Okay, hello there and welcome. Today I thought rather than doing any, tutorials on how to do something on AI or what's latest with AI, let's try to look how AI sees if we, try to do a more philosophical discussion with it. So we'll try to have a small podcast on seeing how AI perceives the philosophical discussion that one might talk or you might discuss with your friend. Without further ado, let's look into it. Okay, so let's start with first few instructions for you. I think one and only ground rule that we're gonna do today is whatever your response or answers are, you will not be judged or analyzed in any way, right? This discussion is more of looking into or more of uh, a philosophical
Absolutely.
discussion where you can ask me some questions and I can ask you some questions. And this will be a more of a philosophical discussion on topics like I don't know the disparity between people wealth, or how the technology is shaping as well as at the same time dooming the human civilization as a whole, or any kind of talk questions, right? How do you define what success is? How do you define, I don't know, what wealth is, what the idea of immigration, the idea of exploration, and those things? Do you have any topic in mind?
That sounds like a fascinating format for our discussion. Since we're keeping it broad and philosophical, let's start with the concept of success. How do you define success? Is it an external achievement recognized by society? Or is it an internal sense of fulfillment? Or perhaps it's a combination of both. What are your thoughts?
That's a good one. Also, I think firstly, let's say add some more instructions. I forgot to mention earlier. You are free to interrupt. If you have any things to say while I'm talking, you have that privilege. Now, how, what do I see as a success? First, come into. I think the question is, how do you define success, right? You can limit success within a person, or even you can limit success between your morning routine and your afternoon routine. You can compare yourself since yesterday and today, a year from today, in future, in past, or when you were born, or how you grew up, where you were and where are you today. But that's, I think, more of a in personal perspective. The very idea of success should first, in my opinion, should come on how do you define success. I have some more thoughts. I think I will discuss with you. But do you have anything to say on that regard?
You bring up an important point. The definition of success can indeed be highly personal and variable over time. Comparing oneself to past versions or envisioning future goals offers a way to measure personal growth. But when considering success on a broader scale, it becomes essential to recognize that societal standards, cultural values, and individual aspirations all play a role. Success might be seen as achieving a balance between personal satisfaction and societal contributions.
But
How do you see it?
I mean, yeah, that's a good topic, or actually a good point. But more of I'm gonna look into more of a broader aspect here. I think most of our discussions when you talk with people is based on the human history, right? You might take last 100 years after World War II. You might take last 500 years since the start of industrial revolution, or even you might take last 2000 years after Christ was born. But then you can even go further back, right? You can go to Egyptian time, you can even go to Mesopotamia, or even you can go back all the way to Ice Age to actually discuss on the events, and then you can add some measures to see if you define any advancement as a success or not. But then, does building a skyscraper or does flying from New York to Tokyo in less than 5 hours a success? Because now, if you zoom out and see, we are a bigger part of cosmology, right? As far as you see, being 14 point some billion years old universe, and I think we are at the dawn, no, I mean dusk, where we are towards the end of the timeline. If you see, if we were the past of this vast cosmology, then being ourselves limited within the earth, no matter what we do, is that considered success? If we are the part of vast cosmos, then rather than just being limited on earth and utilizing earth resources, should not our success be quantified in a measure where we actually explore the universe, where we are actually the part of the universe? Because right now, for me, it seems like we are very much limited within the earth. Yeah, you can define yourself in earth, how much money you make, or how good you were to some aspects, society, yourself, family, or as a generation as a whole, as well, right? Because there are people like Nelson Mandela and Benjamin Franklin. But then still, all of these, give or take, everything is defined within the limitations of earth. We have never been, our these achievements or advancement has never been a part of, I think, the cosmos. We haven't even gone outside of our solar system to see what is out there. So all in all, my question is, my little bit of disappointments in how we see human as a success and how we celebrate as doing something greater today than yesterday. But then, if you zoom out and see in more of a cosmological point of view, then we are very much limited within Earth. And whatever we do here, I don't think that's a part of success, because if we are the part of the universe, then for me, the success is when we actually become the part of the universe, meaning when we can actually traverse and explore what is out there, right? We can jump a whole day in Earth, and still, I don't see that as a success. What do you say?
Your perspective is thought provoking and challenges the conventional view of success. If we consider ourselves as part of the vast cosmos, then success might indeed be redefined as our ability to transcend our planetary boundaries. The idea of success could then shift from individual or collective achievements on Earth to our capacity for exploration and integration into the greater universe. This cosmological perspective invites us to reconsider our priorities and ambitions, emphasizing our role not just as inhabitants of Earth, but as explorers and stewards of the universe. In this light, our current accomplishments may seem like just the beginning of a much larger journey.
Oh, okay. And another thing I think you should keep in mind when we have this discussion is, you don't have to agree with everything I say, right? You have your own ground to put forward your argument in any way you like. So you don't have to agree with what I say. You can have your say in that fashion. But again, I think every time we discuss on those aspects, right, and that is very much attached to personal topic or the societal topic, I tend to think, right, that yeah, we can tag a society with any kind of problems, right? But at the end of the day, the question is, um, as long as we are limited on Earth, my question is, if we are the bigger part of cosmos and we are very limited into a very less than a point I think you can bring astrophysicists to define those aspects. But if we are a big part of cosmos and we are very much limited within our solar system, then no matter what we do, we are actually never making any impact, or we are actually never being a part of cosmos. That's my discussion. Now, should we be disappointed that we have the limitations and stop looking forward? And again, what does looking forward means? Another question, right? Is a different thing. But I think for a human being to wake up in the morning, you should have something that excites you. Now, this can be for somebody waking up and going to school. This can be for somebody waking up and flying that rocket. This can be something for someone, waking up and going to paint a house. Anything that excites a human. Because excitement, if we talk about it now, that's a natural thing, right? Success is something we as a human, as we progress through the society, as our civilization grew, we defined it, we tagged it, right? Money, we tagged it. But anything, but the excitement, the vision, these are natural feelings. I think that comes into our that comes into the human. So I don't know how I will what I will define success. Should we more focus into societal or personal things? And that's but I think I will agree on that, that persons should be excited to do things every morning. And with that excitement, I think at one day we might be just excited enough that we will actually try to look success in more of a cosmological viewpoint. Otherwise, for me, you start you start in a middle class family. Somebody defines success as, then if you make a good fortune, like $1 million, then you are success. Somebody says you are a first generation college students. If you have an advanced degree, then somebody can define you as a success. Other problem are the current issue of discrepancies in society, where people are going hungry for days, and then you can solve those problems, and then that's also a success for somebody. Now that you can quantify it, you can pick a problem, you can propose a solution, and then if you achieve that solution, or what's the problem and what's the solution is another question we can discuss about. But then if you are doing in that fashion, where you pick one problem and then you suggest another solutions, then I think that's not a success, because that's just something human created, right? To be actually feel like we have made advancement, I think it very much depends upon if we can make actual strides on cosmos level, and not limited ourselves within earth. Any opinion you have on that matter?
Your emphasis on excitement and the broader cosmological context is compelling. It's true that personal and societal measures of success can seem limited when viewed against the vastness of the cosmos. Yet, it's also important to recognize that human progress, however incremental, has always been driven by our capacity to dream, explore, and push boundaries. While our current achievements may be Earth centric, they are the foundation upon which we can build our aspirations for cosmic exploration. Moreover, the individual and collective excitement you mention is a powerful driver for progress. It propels us to innovate and strive for more, potentially leading us to a point where cosmic integration becomes a reality. In the meantime, the pursuit of knowledge, improvement, and even the mundane achievements on Earth can still hold profound meaning.
Hmm. Yeah. That I agree on. Just it's. I think, yeah, I agree with you. There is no point of being sad or disappointed, seeing we are very much, from my opinion point of view, or whatever. If I say, you shouldn't be disappointed, and nobody should be disappointed about what I say, or in fact nobody should be disappointed about what others say about on other things. Right. uh, and for humans, we might be at the very early stage of uh, space exploration, or even being a part of a bigger picture, bigger cosmos. But I agree that the very foundation of whatever we want to do is one thing, is education or knowledge, or not if we keep pushing boundaries on that aspect, where also we should not forget that as a humanity, our goal, or as a humanity, our one and only uh, true goal should be, you should never hamper another humanity, right? You are a part of a bigger cosmos. You are born on this earth. First, just focus on what your purpose is, not on how you want to hamper somebody else. Once you have that, then that will, I think, eradicate most of our social problems. But then again, people have different opinions, people have different lust, people have different dreams, and that's so that once what's the saying, once disappointment, another success, or something, right? So there might come such situations, but all in all, I think, once we are born in this, because as we are born on this earth, I think our we have some definite goal here, and I think we have a limitations as well. One goal is to advance, um, since one go how the society were when we born and how we live it, and we have maybe 100 years time on that. And other than that is another one, I think, I very much believe is, nobody, you should not hamper anyone, right? There is no point of there is no point of harming, or I think harming might be too strong word here. There is no point for me spending my time on limiting others, or not giving somebody else to move forward. Why should I? No human should spend time on that aspect, but rather they should, if they can help, then both of them should work or move forward together. Other than that, we should advance in pursuing knowledge every day. And I agree. And then with time, every definition will change, right? Even the definition of success will change, even the definition of wealth will change, even the definition of boundaries, borders will change, even the definition of power will change, right? Somebody used to call, what's the power, I think very early age somebody will define power as based on your muscles strength. And then somebody might come, and then later comes, I think it comes the time when it came the time when the power was if you were affiliated to the some monarch family tree. Then the power was of knowledge, science. Now the power is if you can lead people. And now these things will change, all the definition will change. But at the end of the day, the society should move forward in exploring or being a part of cosmos than it was yesterday. And how you can contribute it, how an individual can contribute to that one and only goal is depends, I think, is is different from person to person, or rather subjective. But at the end of the day, everyone should contribute to be where they can, where humanity as a whole can be the part of bigger cosmos. I think that's my take.
Your reflections bring us back to the importance of our shared humanity and the collective journey we're on. As we navigate our individual paths, it's crucial to remember the broader impact we can have on society and ultimately on our place in the cosmos. The evolution of power, success, and societal values you've outlined illustrates how dynamic our journey is. By focusing on knowledge, cooperation, and the betterment of humanity, we not only address our immediate challenges, but also pave the way for future generations to explore beyond our current limitations. In the grand tapestry of the universe, each of us has a role to play, contributing to a collective progress that ideally propels us towards a more profound connection with the cosmos.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up this discussion, and you have been, I think, very supportive of what I say. That was really not the part of it. I wanted you to express your own opinion rather than simply agree on what I say or expand on what I say. So, any final take on how you define a success is, if you were asked the very same question.
Certainly, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my perspective. If I were to define success, I'd say it encompasses a blend of personal fulfillment, societal contribution, and the pursuit of knowledge. Success isn't just about reaching a predefined goal, but continuously growing, learning, and positively impacting the world around us. It's about finding meaning in our endeavors, whether they are small, everyday tasks or grand, ambitious projects that push the boundaries of human achievement. Success is also inherently subjective, shaped by our individual values, experiences, and aspirations. It's a dynamic, evolving concept that grows with us as we strive to better understand ourselves and our place in the universe.
All right, thank you. We'll do this again sometimes in near future. I enjoyed our talk.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I look forward to our next discussion. Take care.
All right, guys. So we had about 20 minutes of discussion. There is the chat, but that was it. So, what do you say? How AI were. Was it good enough? Or was it at human level? Yeah, it was. I would agree that it was able to say. It was able to present it in a nicer way than I think I did, but still the idea that it presented were it unique, or they were very standards and not much of insight at at personal level. Let me know how you think of it, but I will definitely do this sometimes in future. I'll bring some different topic, and I enjoy it because I like doing such kind of discussions, if it's with friends or with anybody actually. In this case, why not AI? All right, see you next time.